Jenkins is fired. You feel me? He is no longer the head coach of Memphis, and it's a shocking turn of events because we're 2 weeks, right, or maybe like a week and a half before the playoffs, before the play-in. They're 5th seed. They were 3rd seed. They was like bouncing around that 3rd seed really all year, and on the surface, it looked like everything was going well. But now that Taylor Jenkins has been fired and people are talking, it sounded like things weren't well even to begin with, at the beginning of the season. They fired his coaching staff before the season started, and he was really the only person left from the last coaching staff that was there, him and like one other person. And that other person, I think, was like he helped with the offense. He's now fired too. So everybody's going pretty much. They have put in the assistant coach to be the interim head coach for right now. And it's a little shocker right there. But for me personally, I've been watching Memphis this year, and I just thought the offense was a little weird. So I'm not really surprised that they fired him because I felt like the offense was weird. And I think I talked about this with you guys earlier this year on the show when I was saying that they don't run high screen pick and rolls like the rest of the NBA. For some reason, they just said, we're not going to do that. We want to play college ball, and we just going to do this thing where everybody in space, and you feel me, we're going to make cuts and backdoors, you know what I mean, backdoor cuts, play in space, fill the gaps, pretty much. But towards the second half of the season, it really wasn't working for them that well. After All-Star break, they are 8-13 since the All-Star break, and you know, they slid down from 3rd to 5th, and this is looking a little weird. So what's your opinion on the status of Memphis right now, the firing, and them going forward?
Well, to kind of touch on your point as far as the offense, we're working in about, 4 or 5 different, players at a time coming off an injury.
That's true.
Baines is coming back. You got to work in John Morant, Pauls. You got to work in these players so that they're able to, establish themselves and get back to being dominant before. It's a pretty difficult task when you consider all of the amount of talent that they do have. They have a lot of bench depth.
They do.
It's a lot going on with the team, and players deserve their shot. You see, players like Jalen Williams, who just came in. He just got drafted this year. But prior to that, you have Vince Williams and G.G. Jackson putting up points when
Jalen Wells.
Jalen Wells. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Jalen. Jalen Wells. You see, he came in and made such an impact. Yet, you had these other players previously the year before when Ja was having his off-court issues, and when Baines was hurt, and JJ was hurt, and a lot of the other players were hurt.
In and out. Yep.
Yeah, and they were carrying the offense. So you're seeing the transition of a lot of different moving parts. Pause. Yet there was more to be established, and the firing of Jenkins was premature. He's a very good coach. He's proven himself over the years. He's established himself in the playoffs. They haven't gotten themselves past a certain point, but yet they've been able to establish themselves as a playoff team. So I think he was fired unjustly, and I think that he should get another chance, and he will get another chance with another NBA franchise very soon.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm with Memphis on this one, bro. Get him out of here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Some of that ball was disgusting. Pause. But like some of the basketball on the court was kind of nasty, bro. Cause like they shoving my man John Morant in the corner, and that's kind of crazy. Like it was times where my man in the corner. And then, he just switched over to the wing because that's what the offense called for, moving to the open space. He just switched over to the wing, and he obviously not engaged. And then we're going to give John Morant the ball at the top of the key and just not give him no help, no screen, no nothing. Everybody just cutting and everything. Like, what's that going to do, bro? That ain't going to do nothing for my man Ja. My man Ja needs a screen so he can get downhill easy and fast. It's like you wouldn't take Anthony Edwards and not give him no high screen pick and rolls. That's just weird, bro.
I mean, to be fair, he do have that help though.
I'm saying more from play calling style and offensive system style. That's not an offensive system that you should put John Morant in. For the simple fact that he don't shoot threes. He's not a 3-point shooter.
Doesn't.
And we're finding him wide open on a 3-pointer, and it's like weird, bro. It's like he getting wide open on a 3-pointer because everybody cutting in space. People were playing more into the paint now. Paint a little bit more packed at certain points. Like when people making them cuts, it's a little bit more packed at certain points. That ain't really helping my man Ja, where he got to make the decision to shoot the 3. He can make a 3, but he don't shoot 3. He's not a 3-point shooter.
Ja, you need to get better at shooting 3s, bro. You in the
now
NBA,
he gotta get better.
NBA.
No, now he gotta get better.
You in the NBA, you gotta get better at shooting 3s.
No, that's why we got the coach fired, bro.
Everybody's shooting a 3.
He ain't even gotta worry about it.
And like we already spoke about, there's a chance that Ja might get out of there.
Yeah, now we did say we talked about that.
And then if Ja get out of there, then it's like, well, what was all this really about?
But I feel like,
you know what I mean?
To his credit, to Taylor Jenkins' credit, I don't think there's nothing wrong with developing a system for not when Ja's not there, because like you said, there's a lot of talent on the squad, and Ja has been in and out of the lineup. So to his credit, he came up with a system that works with or without Ja Morant. Yeah. But Ja Morant back. Yeah. He here.
He is.
High screen pick and roll. Y'all know what's going on.
Get to the
get to the basket, bro. Come on, bro. Everybody else moving around, bro. Come on, what we doing?
Bang somebody.
I also feel like this is a little selfish of me because I'm pro player. Like, I feel like Ja Morant got slighted because he didn't get his real chance to really come back. Now he's did his thing. He did his thing with staying well into the standings. I mean, he's been also hurt this year as well. You feel me? In and out the lineup as well. But he has done his thing of getting back and getting back into the conversation of best teams in the NBA up there in the Western Conference standings, this, that, and the third. But Anthony Edwards took his spot.
He did.
He straight came in there, took his spot when he was having them off the court issues. And I felt like this was supposed to be the year for Ja to come back, put his foot down, and be like, yo, I'm still here. I'm still boy. I'm supposed to be the face of the NBA. Because he was supposed to be the face of the NBA to the crazy stuff was going on. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like he still got a chance because it ain't like he did anything super crazy. You feel what I'm saying? It was disappointing. Everybody was disappointed. They didn't want to see it like that. But it wasn't nothing too crazy. You feel what I'm saying?
No,
it was nothing too crazy that he couldn't come back from. And I feel like the NBA itself is waiting for him to kind of come back. Yeah. Taylor Jenkins, you ain't helping, bro. You put my man in the corner. He not getting them high screen. Come on, bro. Come on. You feel what I'm saying? I just feel like, a little selfish of me as a fan, bro. I just want to see Ja Morant shine a little bit more. And he making the team shine, but he not making my man Ja shine. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel what you're saying. It's good basketball. I feel what you're saying. It's good basketball.
It's like, to me, it's prima donna treatment a little bit.
It is.
Because
it's like, look, it is.
It's like, Ja, be real. You was being a young adult. You made mistakes, right? It happened. But what happens when you make mistakes is you take responsibility, which you did. Now, part of that is because you wasn't there and there was a great deal of absence along with the injury, you know what I mean, that you received once you came back to, I believe it was your arm or your shoulder, you had to put yourself back into the lineup. And when you putting yourself back into the lineup and people got a groove.
Yeah, you got to rework into that role.
You see Maxey in Philly, right?
Yeah.
You think he about to be like, oh yeah, Joel back. Let me fall back. No. I'm here. I'm here. You know what I mean?
Trying to fall back. You're right. Trying to fall back.
Cuz is the MVP, but that was last year.
You feel me?
Where he been at the last 6-7 months. I've been out here rocking. So you kind of got to respect where players is coming from. It's a dog league. Everybody trying to eat. Everybody want that contract. So you got to understand, Ja. And I'm not even saying this to Ja because Ja, I'm sure he understands all of this. More so, it's like
the people.
The people. You want to establish yourself in the league. You know what I mean? This league shit isn't promised. You got players that come in the league for 4 or 5 years and they gone.
4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months, they gone.
For real.
You see Jello, look. They didn't even let Jello in.
You feel me?
Look, you see LaMelo, Lonzo and them barely on the string. And I'm not saying because I love Lonzo. That's one of my favorite players. But you see that they're barely in there on the string. You know what I mean? Lonzo already got traded a couple times. They already talking about trying to trade them up. But you see Jello was like, look, they ain't let me in. I'm still going to find a way. Still got to find a way.
You said they might go be a rapper in a couple.
I'm going to be a rapper.
No, listen.
Now they playing his shit in the stadium.
I feel what he's saying, but y'all got to feel me, America, bro. Move around. This Ja Morant, bro. Move around. Everybody move around. I feel you on the contract. Move around, bro. Move around, bro. It's Ja Morant, bro. Move around, bro. Y'all, I feel y'all do that somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying? Go get your 10 years somewhere else or whatever. This Ja Morant we talking about here, bro. That's how I feel at least. You know what I mean? But we going to see what's going on.
Show them how we do it. You already know that money talk real fluent. We don't gotta prove it. Got these niggas looking clueless. I got JC on the beat and I got him going damn, it's the flow for me. Man, I'm burning up the booth, it's like 100 degrees. Man, I'm like 100.